So if you go here to the same project 102, down here I've got Drupal. This one here, I have to refresh my server a lot because this one was really pretty famous. Drupal is a content management system like WordPress. And so if you go here, you'll see my Drupal page, hopefully. And I put it behind authentication to try to stop all the automated attacks that would trash my server. So you have to log in with, I think, student 1 and student 1 to see it. All right. And then you see just a default Drupal page, which is not exciting, but the point is Drupal was extremely vulnerable. It had serious command injection vulnerabilities, which made it trivial to hack, and a whole series of these. Drupal injection 1, Drupalgeddon 1, Drupalgeddon 2, and Drupalgeddon 3. Year after year, Drupal websites would keep on getting hacked. And this is running an old version that's vulnerable. So here's the attack, and you do need to have some kind of Linux machine to run this script on. It's Python, and I suppose you could probably run it in Python on Windows, but you do have to have some kind of access to a Linux machine. So you could run a local virtual machine or a cloud machine, and I've got some cloud machines you can use if you need one. But let me, I think I'll use a local Debian machine. Let me just get one going here. Here's my virtual machines. And I just downloaded a pre-built Debian 10 machine. I used to use Kali Linux years ago, but I got pretty fed up with it because they keep changing and breaking everything. And Debian is the opposite. Debian is very, very, very stable. If you write instructions on Debian, they will pretty much keep working. So I just want to, log in here and get my IP address. And what I've done is I used to use the desktop on virtual machines and drag files into there and all that. And I learned that the VMware tools don't work very well at all. They keep on failing. So I finally just use even local virtual machines just like cloud machines. I just use SSH. And that's what is most likely to work in my experience. So here's my command line. Okay. And I just SSH to that IP address, username, at, whoa, did not copy the IP address very well at all, okay. SSH Debian at that address, 172, that's right, I did not copy it, and I probably couldn't anyway because that would rely on VMware tools that fail all the time, which is why I quit doing it. Now I'm in, and now I just use my local Linux machine like a headless server. This is what I like to do. All right, so now let's see what I've got. Let's make a dir. I'll just call it demo and go into demo. All right, and now I'm good. Hopefully I've got these. Let's see if I have pip. I'll just execute these commands. Sudo apt update. Harmless enough. I've always learned to do an update before I install software because there might be a new version. Then I need Python pip and pip install requests. This is not good. Let me try that first. Fix missing. See if that works. Looks like there's some kind of problem with some of the all right, hopefully whatever's missing I can get away without having it. We're going to find out. Pip install requests. It says it's already, all right, let's see if this works. So I'm going to make a file called drew.py that includes this code. All right, and this is like the other one, the image processing command injection that we did. The point is, this Drupal system had a command injection vulnerability, and it was somewhere in an email-based form system. So somewhere on that site, there is a page at this URL, user register something, and in one of the fields here, you can inject code. But if you did the ping form, you notice you couldn't do everything you wanted on the ping form because it blocked the slash character. And on this Drupal, it blocks the greater than character. So you cannot put data into a file with a greater than sign. Instead, you have to do pipe T, which is a way to redirect output into a file without using the greater than sign. So in this field, it had a command injection, and you can put in a command, and that is the command. So this command will write a smiley face and put it in a file named yourname.txt. Now, when you write as the www data user on Linux, you can write to files, but you can't delete them. This is a common problem with SQL injection too. So you have to change this name every time. So and you have to change it 3 places. So I'm going to change that name to yourname33. 3 places, 33 there. So if this works, when I run this, it will write a file called yourname33.txt on my server. Let's see if this works. So it's Python, and I think I have to run it as Python 2. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, no module name request. Let's try Python 3, see if that works. All right, supposedly that worked. And if it did work, it will have written something at this location. So let's see. All right, it did work. It put a smiley face there. So that's what I hoped. That's why I restored the server, because this server tends to get trashed after students hack it for a while. So now I have command injection. It's just a little more inconvenient. I can execute commands on the server by putting them here, inside here. So this is what wrote something into there. So I could now get a list of files on the server. I could do ls -l pipe t sam1.txt. And that, I guess, should write another file named sam1. Let's see if that works. All right, so there should be one called sam1 now. Yep, and it's got a list of files on the server. So you can execute commands. It's just more clumsy. You have to put them in this source code. And so again, there's some flags to find on the server here. So I just wanted to show you that one. That's another example of command injection.